Oh, yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Beyond the Chat. I'm your girl, your neighbor, your best friend, Natasha Cash.
And I'm T-Dub in the building.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, your busy lives to check in with us today. We're here every Sunday at 6 p.m. on Beyond the Chat. If you're watching or checking us out on beyondthechat.com, if you're on YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, Facebook, wherever you are, we appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. We love what we do, and we're ready to jump into it. So I want to talk first. Welcome. We already said that, welcome. If you're new to the show, we want to welcome you. But if you are subscribers and you've been watching, then thank you for coming back. We always look forward to interacting and engaging with our audience. And so we appreciate the love. So thank you so much if you have been here before. If you're new, you're in for a treat. We want to have a good time. We laugh, we joke, we keep it real, keep it 1,000. We talk, funny stuff. We got some comedy, some jokes, but we also keep it real with our conversations about truth, about our community, about the state of our nation, and just, situations in general, top news. And so I'm going to kick it off with my thought of the week. My thought of the week is you've got to get up every morning with determination if you want to go to bed with satisfaction. So have a plan, have a reason to get up, have some goals in mind. Don't go to bed and feel like I haven't accomplished anything today. So make sure you wake up with something on your mind, something that you want to do, something that, is interesting to you, that you want to pursue for the day, that will make you feel accomplished, and don't just waste your time. Don't just waste your day. It's important. So again, you got to get up every morning with determination if you want to go to bed with satisfaction.
It's a good one. I like that one.
Thank you.
That one. It's so easy to feel like you've accomplished something throughout the day. You can do something as simple as just clean up something, wash dishes, vacuum the floor, sweep the front porch or something like that. Just to feel like, I accomplished something. It doesn't take much to accomplish something every single day.
Every single day. Have a plan and appreciate yourself. People are always saying thank you to everybody else. You're good, you're great, you're wonderful. I appreciate you. But how about when you do something good that makes yourself feel good? How about you learn to appreciate yourself? Because every day you're not going to get what you think you should get, or people are not going to see you the way you want to be seen, or people are not going to always value you and appreciate you every day. So if you start with your own affirmations, if you start with your own beliefs in yourself and you love yourself, then you don't have to worry about anybody else affirming those things, those wonderful things about you. And you don't have to worry about anybody else affirming what you know to be true about yourself, because people are going to judge you. People are going to feel certain types of ways about you, have things to say. But if you know in your heart you're a good person, you know in your mind that, your intentions are always great and upstanding, and you have every intent to be the best you that you can be, then appreciate yourself. When you learn to love yourself, what other people think and what other people say really don't matter.
Love yourself.
All right, let's jump into some top news. But first, I want to give a shout out to Miss Queen Latifah. I don't know if y'all have been watching her show called The Equalizer. She is doing her thing. I'm also a fan of another show called Person of Interest, and they're very similar in the synopsis of the show. But, shout out to the Black woman doing her thing. She's been in the game for a very long time. I looked up her age. She's 50 years young. She will be 51 this year. And I mean, the show is really great. They don't make it so that it's like over the top and you're like, okay, yeah, she's not doing all that
she
stuff.
Can't do that.
Right. But they've made it so that a 50-year-old woman, the stuff that she's doing in the show, it's realistic. It's something that you could see a 50-year-old woman doing, because 50 is the new 40, as we say, and so she's doing her thing. And I shout out to Queen Latifah. Yo, she gets it today.
Yeah.
She gets it. And while we're on that same note, I want to give a shout out to Kevin Hart. So I don't know if you're readers out there, but Kevin Hart has a book out, and it's called I Can't Make This Up: Life Lessons. And if you have Amazon Kindle or a Nook or whatever you read from, please support the brother and download I Can't Make This Up. If you are having a bad day, I promise you, you will be cracking up. I have literally been reading his book, and when I tell you, it is super funny. It is super funny. The thing is good. So it's $13.99 on Amazon. You can download it. You can buy it with just one click. But if you want to read something funny, make sure you check out I Can't Make This Up. He has some stories in there that his dad, or he lets his dad share his experiences of raising Kevin Hart. And when I tell you it is raw, it's uncut, it's hilarious. I love it. Every page that I have turned has been absolutely funny. So if you want a good read, make sure you check out I Can't Make This Up, Life Lessons by Kevin Hart, $13.99 on Amazon. So check
what
that
a bargain. on sale right now.
Yes.
That's the Kindle price.
Exactly.
So go get it.
Make sure you check it out. I don't know. Have we seen any good movies lately? I'm trying to think. What have we seen lately? Let's see.
You know, we did watch a couple movies this weekend, and one of them was pretty good. I can't remember the title of it.
Oh man, you remember who was in it? Because we watched so many movies, but
yeah, we were into those movies.
Yeah.
We just watched the crazy one.
That thing.
No Escape Room.
No Escape Room for us. I don't even know the title of that movie, but
that's what it's called.
Oh, it's called The Escape Room?
It's called No Escape Room.
Oh, No Escape Room. Yeah, so we watched another movie before called The Escape Room, and I was like, yeah, no, we're not going to the escape room after we saw that movie. Then we
always talked about going to an escape room, and that was our plan. We're going to check out the one on St. Pete Beach.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic started, and we're like, oh shoot.
Yeah, we have put it on hold. We can't be going into closed-in spaces, touching stuff.
Yeah, then we messed up and saw a couple movies.
Yeah, we messed up and saw No Escape Room, and if you
Escape Room.
Escape Room, and then
today is no escape, like no escape,
none whatsoever. Yeah, it's a wrap. So if you want to see No Escape Room, check it out, and you too will see what we are telling you about not going to the escape room. You know, you said something earlier about movies like that messing up businesses.
Oh, yeah.
You know, business for companies like that, because I'm telling you, you see this movie, you will not want. I know it's not real, but it make you kind of
wonder.
Guess. Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of stuff you see on, you know, TV and in the movies, there's some realism to that stuff. It comes from somewhere. And it seems like, you know what, this is happening somewhere.
Exactly.
It's not so far-fetched that it can't be happening somewhere.
Exactly. I totally agree. Like these crazy movies that people are writing and talking about, they put it. This is a true story with, you know, a little bit of a twist to it,
based on the true story.
Based on the true story. Yeah, no, all that stuff is that stuff be real. They want you to think that stuff, some of that stuff ain't happening, but somebody is thinking that stuff up, and it's not.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times we can't conjure up things in our mind, and we can't think of things and what if this and what if that? But a lot of that stuff is because you saw something else that made you think of what you're thinking about.
And just imagine all the people that's not writing and creating and directing movies that's out there thinking this stuff up and doing it, that we have no idea who they are, where they are.
Yeah, no idea whatsoever. So if you want to see a good movie, make sure you check out No Escape Room. Yeah, that one was pretty rough.
You had to turn your head a couple of times on that one.
I did, because someone was doing it was like, if they wanted it to be gross, if they wanted to make you like almost hurl, they got me.
Just a couple parts.
I'm guilty.
Just a couple little parts.
A couple little parts. There was quite a few parts on there that were not appropriate for my eyeballs.
Let's not talk about eyeballs.
Yeah, let's not. Talking about a play on words. Yeah, let's not talk about eyeballs. But some of that stuff. I'm trying to look at my movie list, because you know we keep a list of movies that we love to watch, and we give them star ratings and all this stuff. So okay, while we're talking about movies, can we talk about Coming to America?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Let's talk to our listeners and everybody watching at home. Are we giving Coming to America a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or are we kind of like doing our hand like this? Can one give it a thumbs up, one give it a thumbs down?
I'm kind of like right in here, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I really had my hopes up that was gonna be like. I really had my hopes up that it was gonna top the first one.
Yeah.
But to me, it was just like, you're waiting, and then by the time you finish waiting, it's like, oh shoot, this thing only had like 20, 15 more minutes.
Yeah, I mean, so if we're just keeping it 1,000, I did not find it as funny as the first one, and
No.
I know that they said that they weren't making it to be compared.
Right, but everyone's going to compare a sequel.
Of course, everyone's going to have. That's why they have critics, right? So,
exactly.
So this for me is not a critic's choice. I did not laugh the way I expected to laugh. I was cracking up on the first show. And I missed Samuel L. Jackson. I missed Cuba Gooding Jr. I missed the sister. I can't remember her name, but I missed the sister because she was, she was over the top. Yeah. I missed her. Of course, I missed the mom. And I mean, it was just, it
was different. It's like it hit on a lot of the same stuff that happened in the first one, but it didn't outdo the same stuff. It's like, it was almost like a remember this movie.
Right.
Remember this?
Yeah.
Remember this? Oh, now we're gonna go back here. Remember it. And the thing was, it's like, oh, you know what? Let's not spoil it. But anyway, it wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be.
I agree.
Because I was about to say some stuff. So I'm just gonna say that, maybe if my expectations
right.
I could have enjoyed it more, but I found myself waiting a lot.
Here's the thing. We've been waiting 33 years. All the funny stuff that happened in the last 33 years in your life, or that you could have conjured up in your mind, you couldn't put that in the script. Like, there was just so many things that I was just like, hee, that, I mean, it was a giggle. Now, let me say that. I will say this on a positive note. Leslie Jones, the comedian, she did her thing. And wait, shout out to Wesley Snipes. He was a beast. So I will say those two great things, like Wesley Snipes with the whole accent and the walk when he came in the room.
Yeah, he did throw some different little swag into the movie.
Yeah, he threw some swag.
That was different.
Yeah, that was very different. And I'm sorry, the son who is supposed to take over the, and run the kingdom. I'm like, who is he? I'm looking for somebody that, has a name or that's been doing some things for a good little while. Here you have 33 years later, the king of Zamunda. He's like, going to find his son so he can hand over, the crown of the throne to him. And I'm just like, if we're talking about making this a movie that's going to be, one for the legacy, one for the books, I need somebody that's going to be able that has done some things.
He does stuff and have to do too much laughing because Kevin Hart. Right. Stuff that he do is going to be a way left, way right.
Right.
And it's like certain people much to get you laughing.
Exactly. And unfortunately, I did not laugh like that, like I expected to. Yeah. Now, we have Lady Nicole in the Facebook chat. I'm sorry, the YouTube chat. She's saying that the bloopers were good. Now we did watch the bloopers at the end, and the bloopers were good.
They should have kept that show. Man, they should have put that in there.
Right. Yeah. So Lady Nicole, she said, plus we've come so far in comedy that it can be hard to laugh at something that was a past humor in the present expectations. And that is so true.
Yeah. Wait, before you go on,
okay,
because you are a true hardcore fan of throwback shows.
Yes.
So you can't really say we come so far that we really don't laugh at that kind of stuff anymore, right, because you still laugh at stuff from Go ahead.
When it's funny, it's classic funny.
Right.
And so that was my expectation with Coming to America. Like, that's a classic Black movie. And I expected, you have comedians in there. You got Leslie Jones, you got Tracy Morgan, you got Arsenio Hall, you have Lou Nell, you
Creative minds.
Yeah, it's Eddie Murphy. So it's like the expectation is at 1,000 with all these comedians that are in the movie. So I watched the Cosby Show. I watch the Jefferson and Son. I watch them all because guess what? The things that they talked about in those shows were timeless.
Yeah.
Raising your child's school homework, your daughter had a boyfriend for the first time, your son spending the night away from home and it's girls at the party. You know, that stuff is timeless. That's stuff that people will be talking about for the rest of time,
Yep.
you know?
And those one-liners.
Right. And the one-liner jokes are absolutely hilarious. So if you have not seen the Jeffersons in a long time, let's take a back and watch some of the Jeffersons. They're on Prime, Netflix. If you don't, you got some other stuff in your life going on. If you ain't laughing at George Jefferson back in the 70s, right, when he was calling the white man the honky and all this stuff, and just the way he walked, the way he danced, the way he talked, the way he carried himself, it was just, he was perfect for that role. And it just, people don't call him, you know, Sherman Hemsley.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They call him George Jefferson and Weezy.
Exactly.
You know, I don't even know her real name. I know her. Think about like In Color. Okay, we know Jamie Foxx because he's done a million other movies since In Living Color, but there will never ever be another Wanda. I don't care.
Shanae.
Or right, Martin, or yeah, exactly. There will never be another Shanae because they embodied the roles and they killed them. And so every single time you go back and watch those shows, you are cracking up because they embodied the role and made it unique. Exactly. Great word. They made it unique. And those shows are timeless. And for me, I just didn't find anything in Coming to America timeless.
No. There's a couple hits here and there, and it's just like, you know, number one,
Coming to America. The first
you probably watched that 5 or 6 times.
I done watched it probably more than that. Every time it didn't come on when it came on. You know,
I can honestly say that if I this one a second time, it'll be because we're in the party of people that want to see it.
And or to go back and watch it because everybody is saying it's so great. Maybe I missed something.
Maybe we missed
I don't know if I was sleepy or what.
I slept for 2 hours.
I must have. Because when we paused that movie and it only had 20 minutes left, I think I got depressed.
Yeah, we're not saying, folks, that it sucked. We're just saying that our expectations were like way up here because you have some very talented comedians and writers and producers that did this, and we really felt like, man, they were going to outdo it this time, and the hype around it really built it up.
Exactly. Like, okay, so in the first one, like, there's so many one-liners that you can say that people will automatically know that was Coming to America. Like, my son works.
My son, yeah.
You know, and it's like, okay, I know that that's Coming to America. You know, McDowell's, they have the golden arches. we have the golden arches. It's like, you remember that stuff. So, yeah. So anyway, we gonna keep it moving. We've been on it long enough, so we gonna let you know. We don't want to
discourage you all that haven't seen it already. You know, go ahead and check it out. Support the cast because there's a lot of artists in there that you really don't see in the movies anymore today.
Right.
And you know, I give mad props to the ones that were able to get rehired to do it. So
absolutely, and I think that's another thing for me is that I was expecting more because the cast was 80% the same as the first one. So they already have worked together. You know how when you work with somebody, right? You work with somebody for the first time, you have the jitters and you mess up a bunch of times. They've all worked together before. I know it's been 30 years, right? But they're seasoned actors. Yeah, they're seasoned actors. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on the movie. Our 2 cents, I guess. All right, moving on. Let's talk tech tips. What you got?
All right, so I have a couple tips for you PC users. I also have a couple things for you Mac users. You know, something as simple as print screen. You say you're using your computer and you want to, you know, print what's on the screen or save what's on the screen. You know, instead of pulling out your phone and taking a picture of the screen with your flash on, and then you wonder why the white dot is in your picture.
Right. I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
So instead of doing that, folks, all you have to do a print screen in Windows is simply hit print screen on your keyboard. It's PR screen.
Well, ours actually says print and then SCR.
Yeah, ours actually says someone just
PRNT or something
abbreviation,
like that.
but typically it's over the it's in the top row on the far right is it over
With the
NumLock?
number lock. Yep.
Yeah. So it's over there. Look in that area. You'll see something that's like a shortcut for print screen, or it may say print, and then the abbreviation for screen. So that's one tip.
Okay. So for the people that are asking, what the heck do you do after you print screen?
All right. So what you do after you print screen, what it does is it saves it. All right. So it saves it in your pictures. Sometimes you can actually save it to different areas, but I think by default, it saves it in your picture folder. And you go in there, you see it there, and then you can actually click on it, open it. And if you're, doing it to send it to someone, then you can just attach it to an email or share it, or you can just print it. So you have a something like a ticket from a comedy show or concert that you're going to go to. Instead of taking a picture of the screen, or perhaps there may not be a print button, or you can't find it when you hover over the actual ticket, then just do a print screen and print it. And then you just take it, and there you got your barcode and all that good stuff.
There you go. Scan it and you're in.
The way you do it on a Mac is Command-Shift-3. All right, Command-Shift-3. That does the same thing. It takes a snapshot of the picture. All right, so it's not like Snagit or the snipping tool where you're able to, select a particular window. Print screen prints the screen. It captures what you see.
I like how you're so animated with captures.
It captures, what you see. So another thing, you may want to do copy and paste instead of going, edit, copy, paste. A quick way to do copy in Windows is Control-C. All right, Control-C is copy. So, for instance, you're in a Word document or something, and you highlighted a sentence. You can do Control-C. All right. Some people like to cut and paste, but if you just want to copy it, Control-C is copy. All right, and if you want to paste it, then you select wherever you want to paste it, and you Control-V. All right. So that's how you do it in Windows. In Mac, Control is really Command. So it's just Command and Command. All right. So that's for Mac. All right. So hopefully that helps. And you can do the same thing with pictures, photos or, stuff from the internet. You may want to copy it. Control-C, Control-V. You can basically Control-C something from the internet and then open up a Word document, do Control-V, and it'll, copy that picture in it if it's not just a link. Okay.
Right.
All right. So one more thing, Windows. Sometimes you may be working in maybe a document or editing a photo. If there's an undo or redo option in the application that you're using, you can do Control-Z to undo. All right. Control-Y to redo. This is on Windows.
A window.
So say you're doing something like or you just let's just use Photoshop or Paint.
Okay.
And for some reason you click instead of the drawing tool, and you did like that, and you're like, oops, you erase what was you erase over the work that you spent time on doing. All right, so you can easily just do Control-Z to undo what you did. And some applications let you go back multiple times, so you can do hold Control down and go Z Z Z Z Z Z Z and get back to what you did.
That'll be me. I'm the Z Z Z Z Z person.
Well, not sleeping Z, just Control-Z.
I'm just saying, because normally when I type so fast, because my mind is thinking, going 50 lines ahead of what I'm typing. I'm like, okay, let me go back. It's not just an undo. It's like undo, undo, undo.
Yeah.
Undo, undo, undo.
So you don't have to keep hitting Control down, Control down, Control. You can actually hold Control and go Z, Z,
That's good.
Z,
I like
Z,
that.
and it'll keep undoing, going back, back, back. And if you went back too far, you can go Y, do Y, and it'll redo what you did.
I like that.
Yeah. So one more little tip.
Yeah.
You ever experienced a time where you just get tired of trying to find out how you lock your screen, or you do Control-Alt-Delete and then you select lock for Windows? You can do just the Windows key, which is the one that looks like the little window in the bottom left-hand corner. Window L, that locks your screen.
See, there's some new stuff I ain't know about. I've been typing on computer for about 20 years. I ain't know none of that. So
it's time to go. You just hold the Windows key down, hit L, boom, it locks your screen.
I like that, because all that Control Alt Delete, trying to spread your fingers all.
If you don't have big hands, right?
Fingers be hurting and wondering why you gotta, do your fingers all like that. Or
you can't find the delete key because it says DEL instead of delete. It's delete. DEL on the keyboard is delete. Okay.
Thank you. Some people didn't know that either.
I hope they know Control is not spelled all the way out on the keyboard too.
They be trying to confuse you.
They probably still looking at their keyboard. It's like, I do not see Control.
Maybe that's why maybe that's why Yvette don't type. Because they,
But that's funny though. It doesn't say Control, but the key itself is big enough for the whole word Control.
That's true.
You ever notice that?
I have not,
but on a Mac, just now, Command is actually written all the way out on a Mac.
Because the people that make Apple products are a little smarter than the ones that make the.
Probably because they eat apples. All right.
See, keep apple a day, keep the doctor away.
Hey, the Apple icon is an apple with a bite out of it.
There you go. Whoop.
Go on, Eve. Go on, Eve.
Okay, listen. Let's talk some top news stories. I pulled a few news stories that I want to talk about. I want to get some feedback from our audience, the people that are watching, people that are listening. Can we just talk about the world that we live in? Is it me, or are some people just crazy?
I think there's some people that don't quite have all the
screws
in their head
or pieces to their puzzle.
Some people. We're not saying it's you.
Right. Okay, so let me just talk about this story. There is a Plano, Texas mother demanding justice after her son was beaten and forced to drink urine at a slumber party. Now, when we say slumber party, we think young people, right? So a disturbing video footage of white children physically assaulting and forcing a 13-year-old black boy to drink urine at a slumber party has surfaced, and his mother is outraged, rightfully so.
Right. Can you imagine?
So the students from a predominantly white middle school invited this young man, his name is Samarian Humphrey, to a sleepover last month. So this was in February. So according to CBS News, the boy's mother claimed that her son was offered the invitation for the sole purpose of bullying him. So they had it all planned out as to what they were going to do. And they lured him to this party, attacked him, beat him, and forced him to drink urine. These are 13-year-old boys. So my question is, who raised you?
Who raised you?
To think that that's okay. Not one of you, not two of you, a whole slumber party full. And when the white kids hang out together, it'd be a whole slew of them. So,
yeah, but they don't call them gangs.
No, they don't call them gangs.
When black people do it.
Yeah, it's a gang. It's a gang of these black children out here. But when the white people hang out together, it's a slumber party. They're hanging out, having a good time. Yeah. So help me understand how a group of 13-year-old young boys all came together to attack this young man and thought that it was okay. So none of them were like, yeah, no, I don't want to be a part of this, or this isn't right, or let's rethink this, or we're going to get in a lot of trouble when somebody finds out about this, or, this just isn't right. How about that?
Sad thing is, you think, or you hear this type of story, and the first thing you think is, wow, that was 70 years ago this kind of crap happened. No, it's happening today.
Every day.
This is just something that's on the news, in the news.
Right. This is just something that has been that surfaced, that's being told and talked about in the news. So we're not hearing every single thing that's going on every single day. And see, that's my issue. It's like, at what so we have this thing at work where it's called listening with an open heart. And you get to talk about things that other people may not understand because they haven't experienced it. So a lot of white people ask the question and they say, well, why are black people so angry? Well, not only are we angry, we're tired, frustrated, and pissed off, rightfully so. Because how many times does a black boy, man, grandfather, uncle, cousin, nephew, brother, whatever title you want to give him, has to lose his life or be attacked by a group of police officers or a group of white boys who just want to do dirt because the color of your skin is darker than theirs, and it's okay, and they get away with it? So when it's time is up.
Mhm.
Time is gone for behavior like that. So when I guess it's not going to stop until it starts happening to their kids.
Yeah, and sometimes people do stuff and they keep doing it because they keep getting away with it.
Exactly.
Same thing with cops.
Exactly. And to me, that's a problem because it's like, where did all of this hatred come from for one race of people? Because you don't see this type of behavior happening to a bunch of Mexicans, happening to a bunch of Puerto Ricans, happening to a bunch of Italians or any other race you think of. Where did all of this hatred come from for Black people? That's the question that I have, because without Black people in this world, there would be a whole bunch of stuff that's not present, accounted for, or used, because Black people have invented a bunch of stuff that's still being used.
Oh yeah.
Created, been a part of, written, directed, stood for, protested, and spoke up for. I mean, I'm trying to understand how people feel like Black people are worthless or they're not valued.
And it's the Indians that's getting reparations.
That's true. That is so true. It just irks me. It really makes me question. And you know what's really sad is all of this stuff that's happening. It kind of makes you give all of them the side eye. And it's sad that there are some wonderful white people out there.
There are a lot of wonderful white people, and just looking at the videos from way back, a lot of them did stand with us.
They did, and
not against us.
And a lot of them are standing with us today. I was thinking about the after George Floyd lost his life, rest in peace to him. After his life was taken from him, all of the white people that were protesting and walking the streets and speaking up and speaking out. I mean, it was on a couple of occasions that we were watching this stuff happening on television, live on television. I saw more white people than I did Black people.
Yeah.
And to me, that was pretty awesome.
It was pretty awesome. And a lot of the protests, you see them right on the front line.
Exactly. So we're hoping that justice is served for this 13-year-old Black boy who was attacked and beaten and forced to drink urine at a slumber party. We're hoping that justice is served in Plano, Texas. We're rooting for the family to have this situation resolved and for these young men to be held accountable for their actions and their deeds. I think that when things like this happen, harsh punishments should be handed down.
Right. And that's regardless of the color of your skin. Because we are not by far against or speak out against white people. It's the bad apples that we speak out against.
Exactly.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. And it's just sad that I was thinking too, how who was that? Colin Kaepernick. It's like when we're screaming and we're yelling and we're hollering and we're raising our voice and we're trying to get your attention, you're mad at us. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You pissed off. Oh, well, we're going to take your job and you're never going to work and do this again. Well, Colin Kaepernick knelt and didn't say anything. He was silent. And now you pissed off at him and, he can't get a job in the NFL anymore. People have written letters to Congress and people have done the right thing and followed the letter to the T to get things done, but yet you're still mad at us. And you don't understand how our lives are human and our lives matter and we're important, just as important as every other race and every other child and every other person that walks the face of this earth.
Did you hear that they're going to start arresting people that's even silent protests?
I did hear that.
So if there's any violence that break out during a protest, it can be across the street. But since you're out there a part of the overall protest, then you can be standing there with a sign, not saying a word, but because something was incited,
out, right?
You can get arrested.
You're a part of the problem.
Right. Wow. I'm like, whoa.
That's how they try to keep you down. That's how they try to stay in control, and they're all in cahoots together. So that's how they try to keep you down. But anyway, again, we pray that justice is served in this case for this young Black boy, and that it does not put a taint his character or who he is, or make him feel any less, exactly, or make him feel any less than his worth. So let's talk another story. Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage, 57 years old, just got married to a 26-year-old Japanese woman. He proposed to her via FaceTime and FedEx the ring to her. I cannot with this world. I'm just saying, don't propose to me until you get here, okay? And you can get down on your knee. I don't want no ring FedEx to me in no box.
I'm just saying that kind of shows you right there how busy he is. Do you really want to marry somebody that can't even see you face to face and say, hey,
will you marry me?
So what happens once you're married? Do you really think that you're going to get that quality time?
He going to FedEx something else, I guess.
Some roses, flowers.
Listen, candy. I don't want no, but I'm just trying to understand how you 57 marrying a 26-year-old. What you going to do with her? What you going to do with her?
All I'm saying is
30 years younger than you. What you going to do with her?
What's she going to do with you?
Yeah, that. Warm your bath water and make you some hot tea and
get your meds.
Listen, I'm just saying, this is my personal opinion. I feel like people that are 25 and 21 and 18 and all this stuff, older, whatever, got their parents' permission to marry a 70-year-old man. You wait for that man to die so you get his money.
You just hang in there, baby.
Right, because you can't tell me that you in love with somebody that can barely get up the steps and you got to help him with his walker and his wheelchair and all this stuff. Come on now, you can't tell me that you in love. And when you saw him, oh, he's so handsome. Oh, he's so smart and wonderful. You is kind. You is important. No, boo. You rich.
Well, all I'm saying is I ain't rich and I got you.
Yeah, but we ain't 30 years apart either.
Yeah, bang.
Whatever. We ain't 30 years apart either.
Close.
No.
Look, I'm trying to say you young. All right, let's move on.
You know what? Okay, 30 years young.
Some light on this situation.
Whatever. Anyway.
Y'all know about the light. All right, some of y'all know about the light. All right.
First of all, okay, I'm just saying, I don't see anything wrong with anybody marrying someone. Let's say 10, I'll even go 15. My grandmother was 20 years young, 19 years younger than my grandfather, but he could keep up with her. It's like, it's okay to be with somebody that's, 10, 15 years. If that's who you want to be with, then, God bless. And I love it. But when you're talking about 30 and 40 years older than
that's
someone, that is a big gap.
That's a big gap.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it, has to do with maturity. But when these, superstars and athletes and movie stars are marrying way younger, I don't think that have anything to do with maturity.
Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. They see one thing, and that is dollar signs. They don't see a future with that person. That person 50 years older than you, they're going to be dead in 20 years, and you still going to be 35.
And a lot of those relationships don't even last.
They don't last. And that's that part right there. So again, they in it for what they can get out of it. So, hey, we ain't no haters. We're just saying. All right, let's talk about one more. Now, this is the kicker. Now, this is what's going to close the show. Lady Gaga's dog walker was shot in the chest. I can't remember. I need to look it up. How many times was he shot in the chest? 3, 4, 5 times?
Some reports say 3 times, and then some reports say just shot. So,
But, okay, but here's the thing. He was shot. Whether he was shot once, 3 times, or 5 times. Over some dogs that were taken. She offered a $500,000 reward for the dogs to be returned, but nobody said anything about capturing the people that shot her dog walker. Listen, let me tell you something. Next time you see your dogs, they're going to be on a coat or something. I'm trying. Now, that was a good one. I'm just saying, if I'm walking your dogs, I'm working for you, okay? You are responsible for me as your employee while I am walking your dogs. And I get shot and somebody take your dogs and you having a reward for the people that's bringing back. We won't say nothing. We won't press charges. I just want my dogs back, and I give whoever bring my dogs back $500. But what you gonna get the people that turn in the people that shot me?
For real, your dog is down at the horse stable.
I'm trying to tell you, getting the horses ready for the race, because that's where you're gonna find your dog, or you better buy a new one, because now, I got issues with that. I got major issues with that. People, but She ain't playing.
No, she ain't playing. But that's just as people love their pets, and they will pay top dollar for it. Not just pets that go missing. Well, see all the signs on all the poles and all this kind of stuff over missing pets. But when a pet gets sick and need an operation,
they come out their pocket. I'm talking about taking out loans and going to the bank and credit cards and all kinds of stuff. $20,000 to save the dog leg or to save the dog eye. Listen, I ain't for killing animals and all that stuff. I'm not an animal person at all, but I ain't for torturing and killing and whatever. But little Fido got to lay down. Little boo-boo, your time has come. It's like family member or somebody in your family. You don't want to take them off life support. You want them to live forever.
Right.
But there come a time you got to stop playing with yourself. Right. You got to be realistic.
You can't say thank you. I can't help you. So I'm just to say thank you.
Not real. Exactly. $20, $30, $40, $50,000 to man, please. Now I know my sister gonna be mad at me because my sister is an animal lover. My sister sent me a video of her sitting in her car, protecting. I don't even remember what it was, a raccoon or a possum or something. Protecting the possum because the possum must have been rabid, and the possum was in the middle of the street just walking in circles. And she in her car for, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours, waiting for animal rescue to come get the possum, to take her back into the woods or take him to the animal shelter or whatever. And she's sitting in her car protecting the pup.
Kidding me?
You fool. I'm just saying, I can't do it. I'm just saying my heart ain't there. And I grew up with dogs. My stepdad, we had a dog. We always had a dog. And I love my dogs. I play with them, walk them, feed them, bathe them, all that good stuff. I ain't sitting in my car 2 hours to protect you, okay?
Wow. I wonder. And, some of you all don't like to reply in the chat right away, but some of you too. So I'm going to ask this question. What animal would you stop for if you saw that it was hit and ended up on the side of the road? Would you stop for any animal?
Now, I might stop for a deer if he just got hit, because that's some good eating.
Yeah, but you'd be scared that it's going to get up.
I ain't going to touch it. I ain't going to go no. I stay in my car and call the people to come call you.
Let's not even say side of the road, because, most people going to pass by. What if it was in the middle of the road? Would you go around it, or would you stop right there to make sure nobody hit it? What kind of animal would you stop for?
Wow.
Because I know you stop for elephant. Come on now, you love elephants.
I do. I will stop for elephant. But listen, first of all, not only am I going to stop for elephant because I love elephants, I probably done peed on myself that I done rode up on the elephant. Okay, yeah, exactly. So I just slammed on brakes because I just saw the elephant.
No, you didn't.
They said they stop for an ant. I love it. Listen.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny you should say that, Mr. Haynes, because it's been many times where I was like, "Oh shoot, I think I just hit an ant."
Yes, you have done that. So it's really interesting that your father would say he would stop for an ant, because you say that all the time.
That is so funny.
Now, what else? I would stop for if I saw
the horse.
I would go around the horse.
You would. I mean, because this is the thing. If you're on the highway and you see an animal that just got hit in the middle of the road, and that's the question. Would you go around it, or would you stop?
I'm going around it.
The thought that if you go around it, somebody else could not be paying attention and then just totally finish the job.
But what am I stopping for?
Just so nobody else hit it.
But he
I mean, you can't pull it off the road, but just to stop, put your hazard lights on.
I'm useless. Ain't no sense of me staying there. I'm used to. I ain't getting out my car. I ain't rolling down my window. But you do it for a butterfly. I sure will. The butterfly.
Oh, that's fresh. You have flares out and everything over a butterfly.
I will call the fire department, the police department, if a butterfly will not move out the middle of the street. I ain't touching it, but I'm trying to save his life.
Your flares is cute, honey. Flashlight flares for the butterfly.
Exactly.
It's beautiful. This is beautiful.
Ain't nobody coming past. You better not hit the butterfly.
You say the butterfly to die 2 weeks later.
Exactly.
Butterflies don't have a long life span.
They don't.
They're so beautiful, but they just die. As soon as they become butterflies, they don't last long at all.
Their lifespan is very short once they become butterflies. That is so interesting, but they're so beautiful. And that's my question. So something so beautiful that does not harm anything, That does not, nobody who's afraid of a butterfly. They don't attack anybody, yet their lifespan is so short.
I think they eat mosquitoes.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, eat
well,
mosquitoes.
that's another reason I like them then.
Yeah.
Get rid of them jokers, because mosquitoes, y'all be questioning, why are these certain animals here? Like, what is the purpose of
a cockroach?
Exactly. Well, I thought cockroaches, they don't eat, like, what do you call it? I thought they eat something that keeps.
They eat everything.
But I thought they eat something that keeps something from something and do something, or whatever the something is. I thought they had a purpose. I don't know.
You ain't got no purpose in this house.
Okay, so what's the purpose of snakes?
No, snakes do have something to do with the ecosystem.
They need to find their own ecosystem. Get away from this ecosystem. Like, okay, so what is it with like raccoons and possums?
I don't know, because they always handling garbage. I don't know.
And what's the thing with the hard shell? Armadillos.
Armadillo.
What do armadillos do?
Ants. Eat ants. No, those anteaters.
Mm-hmm. But
I don't know. Maybe they join the army. I don't know. They got armor on. Shoot.
I'm done. This is what I have to deal with on a daily basis. Y'all only get it on Sundays at 6:00. This is what I have to deal with on a daily basis. They, have an army. Armadillos have an army because they have armor on.
I'm just saying, you never know. 2 years from now, they may start making Kevlar vests from armadillos once they find out that is some really good stuff.
Well, they use turtle shells to make purses and something else, some kind
salad
of
bowls. I don't know.
That's a good one, because they do have turtle shells. I'm not eating salad no more. I eat out of paper plate or something with my salad. You're gonna make me think about turtles every time I eat out my bowl, and I can't. So anyway,
all right. So we got one answer. We got ant, which I agree. Who wants to run over or hit an ant?
I'm done. How do you even see an ant when you're driving?
I see them all the time.
Not while you're driving, not in front of you on the road.
All the time.
Listen, people, I'm gonna need y'all to chime in and help me out, because this is what I'm dealing with. Okay, I need to know what animal you would stop your car in the middle of the road to keep from being hit. What you got? Somebody help me out in the chat. I want to know what animal you would stop your car for. I think I would stop for a lion.
You're not gonna stop. You'll stop for it. You just ain't gonna get out.
No, wait. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna put my car in reverse.
Stop and you turn the other way.
Turn the other way. I'm stopping.
Because this one is here, another one is there.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm stopping for an alligator. I'm all them animals that can eat me and take my life in one bite. I'm stopping, because I'm gonna reverse that car so quick. I mean, y'all gonna think it's a movie. Them tires gonna be burning rubber. Do you hear me? I think I'd be done fainted if I came around the corner on the road and I'm driving and I roll up on a lion or a tiger, or I'd be done lost my own life. I don't even need the dang tiger to do nothing to me. I'd be died myself, because I'm in shock.
Cussing at people you don't even know.
Right. Exactly. Daddy Watson said, okay, a snail. You know what? We blocking him. He
but they can't help it, because it's gonna take them a long time to get across the street. So you might as well just stop, eat a sandwich.
If a snail is in the middle of the highway, he ain't gonna make it anyway. As fast as the cars be coming, he ain't gonna make it no way.
Like, you're gonna get out and pick it up and like, dang, there you go.
I'm not. Well, first of all,
there you go, and that's long distance. That's a trip right there for a snail.
They done traveled. They done went on a whole journey.
I thought I was never gonna make it.
Okay, I have a question for you. I know that, men got to be, strong and macho and all this stuff. What animal are you afraid of?
I really don't like spiders.
Because
they're fast and some of them are poisonous, and you don't want to get too close to figure out which one is.
Hello.
You don't want to find out too late. Spiders, I don't do. Now I'll get close to a spider, stuff like that. But as far as, I do not want a spider. If I see one in the house, I don't think I'll be able to sleep till I kill it. I'm just saying, I gotta know that it's dead before.
Yeah.
I mean, if I see one like in the studio, if I can't find it, if it go hide somewhere, then I'm spraying everything. The walls and the floor will be wet, and I'm sealing the doors shut.
Yeah.
And praying that it's dead in the morning. But I don't do spiders now.
All the way dead.
I can't think of anything else that I'm just like, oh my goodness.
I do not know any bug that I can deal with. I don't know not one bug that I can say, oh, I'll get it. Don't worry, I'll pick it up with a napkin or this. No, I do not know one bug that I have enough courage to pick up.
You know, I don't like yellow jackets.
What's that?
The yellow jacket bee.
Oh, okay.
Only because I got stung by one before. A few, actually.
I've been stung by, I don't know what jacket it had on, but I've been stung by one too. And my hands swell up so big, I thought they was going to have to do surgery or something. I mean, my hands swell up. It was like an elephant foot or something. Yeah. That's how big it was. I got stung by a bee and it didn't go good.
Yeah, luckily my experience wasn't too bad. I didn't have a major allergic reaction, but you know, I was cutting the yard and I made a pass. I'm like, oh, I think it's bees over there. And then I made another pass and I must have ran over these ground. They were like nesting in the ground. And I guess I aggravated them a couple of times. Well, them jokers came and got me. And four or five of them got me. And I didn't swell up or anything, but them jokers they got me. They got me good. It wasn't fun. Now I don't care. People be talking about be humane. I'm gonna be human and get some gasoline and pour it down in a hole or something. They're gonna die.
I'm trying to tell you.
I done tried because they said dish detergent, some type of detergent, you pour that down the hole, stuff like that.
Suffocate them or something.
No, they need to die. No, it sticks their wings, they can't fly or anything.
Oh.
But
okay.
Yeah, they need to die immediately. They're gonna come and they're gonna attack people.
Yeah, no. Those and wasps. I'm not playing with that.
Yeah, I'm not as bad with wasps because they're not fast.
Because I'm faster.
But them yellow jackets, you can't outrun those yellow jackets.
See, that's the reason I don't go outside. That's why I'm light-skinned at it. I don't go outside because there's too many things out there. We were playing a game and we were naming how many insects and bugs and animals we have in Florida. And I think we got to about 150, didn't we?
Yeah, and then we stopped.
Right there. That's why I don't go outside. I go from the door to the car, from the car to the door. I don't want to go outside. I ain't doing that. Because there's too many things outside. Like you walk on the ground. Where were we? I was getting out the car about maybe a couple months ago, and he was like, "Be careful, it's a frog." I can't. Yeah, I don't do them either. You remember we was coming out to the car one night, and I said, "Oh, that's a frog," and you said, "No, that ain't no frog. That's a leaf."
Yeah, it looked like a big leaf. Until I got closer. Like,
you walked up on that thing.
Oh,
that
shoot.
thing.
By the time I said that thing went roar and probably jumped 15 feet.
Yeah, and that.
I'm like, that thing was huge.
Yeah, I got in my car so quick, it was a whole.
And it literally made that sound. Roar!
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I thought
that thing went about 50 feet with one jump.
It was like it flew away.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Exactly.
Who raised you?
Who raised you? How are you able to do that? Kimberly said wasp stings hurt.
I heard about that. And I heard wasp stings go right through you. My mother told me that too. That wasps do. Yeah. So.
I ain't gonna be outside to experience it, so y'all can have that. And she said heat is outside. Hello, we do live in Florida. Heat is outside, and we got that Florida heat that just like, you just be stuck. You can't just just like wipe sweat and take a deep breath and kind of cool yourself off. Once you get outside in this Florida heat, you gotta do some fanning and some stuff, drinking some ice water.
And if you're a sweater like me, because I put all the skin so soft on, so I won't get ate up by mosquitoes, and it works great till you sweat the stuff off.
And then they coming for you.
And you got to reapply.
Yeah, they coming for you. She said, I don't want to be outside in the heat, and I am with you. Okay, I'm gonna be inside where the fans at, but not with your cats though. I can't come to your house and be inside. I'm not sitting in the car with the AC on. But I love you though. But So she said kids smell like outside when they come back in. Yes, they do. Oh my goodness. Nowadays, do kids even still go outside anymore?
Video games.
Cell phones, YouTube, TV,
yeah, social media.
I mean, I don't even see kids outside. I be riding by the park. I'm like, that's a waste of money.
Now they have exercise stations for adults now.
Right. And doggy
parks.
And doggy parks at the playground because kids don't go outside.
Kids ain't playing out there.
Right. I say, do kids go outside? Kim said, when you make them, that is that is very true. Go outside and exert some of that energy. Run around, do something with your life.
You want to know how to make your kids go outside? Start giving them chores.
Yep. They go outside then. You know what? What are some of the games you used to play when we outside? Like kids these days don't understand how much fun outside used to be.
We played games every day till the lights came on.
I mean, I'm talking about double dutch. I'm talking about hopscotch, hide and seek.
Yeah. Kickball.
Oh yes, kickball, dodgeball, tag, tetherball,
football, basketball.
Come on, exactly. Yes, I remember the guys used to play football in the street, basketball. I mean, it was so much fun. It's like, yes, hopscotch. Now listen, hopscotch was my thing. We used to have a different color chalk, the blue and the purple and the pink. You talking about having some fun. These kids don't realize what they're missing. Oh, come on now. I'll be doing some jacks now. I will turn up when we playing some jacks. I do one, catch them. 2, catch them. I'll be on it with some jacks. Me and my Aunt Jackie used to play jacks all the time. And I used to be so mad because we'd get to, because it'd be 8 jacks. And I get all the way to like 7 and I mess up on 8. And she come back and beat me. She go 1 through 8. I'd be so mad. I'm like, let's play again. We doing about 15 rounds. Let's play again. I'd be so mad. I'd be trying to beat. That's what made me good though. You know, playing against her, she obviously older than me, so she's been playing way before me. So she's schooling me. So now come with it. I got you on some jacks. Don't play. You know what I love? Listen, shout out to my mama, because when me and my brother and my sister were growing up, we always went out in the yard or to the playground and played badminton.
I like badminton.
Badminton to me is so much fun. Now, I may be one of badminton's biggest cheerleaders because I played it growing up. People don't understand. But I love me some badminton, and it is a fun family game. The game comes in a pack of 4 rackets and 2 birdies. So if everybody can play for a 50 that you can keep in the garage or keep in the closet and just pop out any given time. You know, it doesn't take a lot to play. You get a full body workout.
Yeah.
And the kids have fun. You competing, and they trust me. You play one time, you're gonna want to play again.
Just go to the Dollar Tree, and buy some cones so there's some out of bounds. Okay.
Yeah, because some people
getting more running in than you planned on.
Hitting way too far. We ain't gonna say no name. But some.
Why are you looking at yourself?
Who I'm looking at? I'm looking at the TV.
Yeah, I got a little drift to it. I never noticed that.
Oh, I'm gonna get that checked out. I'm gonna call my ophthalmologist. Then we can work on my eyes.
Yes, badminton is underrated.
Thank you, Adrian. Badminton is underrated. I'm telling you, the next time we are able to get together as a family and this pandemic is over and we can get out on some grass and get it, we're going to have to play some badminton.
We're going to get the $50 set, though.
We're going to get that real deal.
Professional
set. And we're going to get out there and we're going to play some badminton.
With some extra birdies.
Because we're going to be ready. Everybody got to have their own racket. We're going to get some extra birdies, and we're going to have some fun.
Don't come out there with no bandana on your head.
Like you about to play tennis, like this is a real
You can have a towel, but do not do the bandana, all right?
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, like badminton and volleyball, for me, I get real serious. When we talking about, you know how I be messing with Auntie. I be talking about how Auntie Faye gets serious about her spade games. How you don't come to the table playing. You better come for real. So I can't play with Auntie Faye when it comes to playing spades. I be like in the corner just watching. That's how I am about volleyball and badminton.
Yeah, people get serious about games.
They do.
Especially spades. Or people get too serious about some spades.
Some big whist.
Cars.
That's what I was going to say. Let's just say cards, period.
Cars. Because some about cars or people that's not athletes, they just...
Yeah. Kim, let me tell you something. Trouble, the game of Trouble, now that is my joke. Me and my brother used to play Trouble every weekend because he could not beat me. We used to play every weekend. And he's like, come on, let's get the Trouble game. I'll be like, no, not this weekend. I'm just going to watch, Cosby Show or the Jeffersons or Fred Sanford. He'd be like, well, let's play in between, when the commercials come on. I'm like, Jesus Christ. He's just trying to get me back because he couldn't beat me. I like some Trouble. That's my game right there. Now we can play that. We need to go online and see if we can order some of these games because it's about time for us to have a family game night. We got to figure something out how we can.
Matter of fact, let's do this. because we need to wrap this up. We're at an hour.
Yeah, we've been,
but let's do
having
this.
Fun.
Let's do some recruiting this week and do maybe a 4-on-4 Family Feud setup.
Ooh, I'm down.
And the winning side gets the prize, the
Okay.
the money.
Okay.
Just see if we can put a game together where we can do 4-on-4, see who we can recruit.
Well, what game we playing?
I don't know. We will need to figure out something where we can do something live.
Kim say Trouble was her grandma's favorite game. She said she played with her kids.
It was.
I love it too.
Yeah.
I can understand why grandma loved Trouble because it was that's a fun game. It just really is a fun game because you never know what you're gonna get. You hit the little
and you're like
the little button. You're like, please give me a 6. Come on 6. Come on 6. Let me get my men out of here.
Out of jail.
Out of jail, please. Yeah. So
oh boy.
So listen, that's our show. We have had an amazing time just talking about stuff in general. We appreciate you for chiming in
and staying locked
for the entire hour. We did not plan to spend this much time, but obviously it was engaging enough for you to stay tuned and stay locked. We appreciate you. We love you so much wherever you're watching. So she said, Kim said she beat us like a slave, or beat me like a slave because I was set up. I was
losing pieces.
You lost a trophy. You can't play. If you lose one trophy, you can't play. What you gonna play with a tissue? You gotta have the pieces. Yeah, I'd have beat you too, Kim. Sorry. I'd said, Grandma, she need a beat and she lost the pieces. Anyway, we appreciate you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and be back here next Sunday at 6 p.m. We'll be ready. Hey.
We got a letter to read next week.
We do. And we're gonna give away some money. We're gonna play some trivia.
What?
Hey, come on. Make sure you tell a friend. Subscribe so you don't miss out. Hey, because guess what? We keep it plain, real, down to it. You know the drill. From the bottom to the top. Stay tuned. Make sure you stay locked. We go. Hey, come on. We go. Hey. We're not just talk, we go. Thanks for watching.
Peace.